there's a film that to this day I'm sure comes up almost every day, The Birdcage, that has every single element, and you never know if it's going to work out, but certainly it had a lot going for it between Mike Nichols and Elaine May, obviously the original production, La Cage aux Folles, you and Robin, Gene Hackman, the late great Gene Hackman. But what an opportunity for you to get that kind of a role front and center in a film with that pedigree.
Sure.
Did it feel like that in the moment? Like this is, I'm getting my shot.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, and you know, the joke is I had to turn it down because they were building, Jerry Zaks was building a production of A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum around me. And it was going to be a conflict with this film that Mike Nichols was going to make. And so, you know, I had to say to him, you know, after all of this build-up, and I'd done a screen test and the whole thing, and I had to say, I can't, it's not going to work out. I can't leave them in the lurch, you know. It would be unethical. And then Mike Nichols wouldn't let it go. And, you know, Scott Rudin was producing this production of A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum, and who I knew. So Mike would call me. He called me once. He was like on vacation in Ireland, and I was in the dressing room for Laughter on the 23rd Floor, this Neil Simon play. And he said, dear boy, I keep seeing people, but I just think you're the guy to play this part. And I said, you know, I would love to do it. I said, but you know, I have no power here. You're Mike Nichols. Perhaps if you called Scott Rudin, an agreement could be made. But I wouldn't know about such things. And then the next morning, Scott Rudin called and said, you really want to do this movie? And I was like, yeah, well, yeah, why wouldn't I want to do a movie? Directed by Mike Nichols, written by Elaine May, starring Robin Williams. That would be a foolish thing to turn down. He said, you realize we're going to have to postpone by a year. And I said, I realize that. I said, you know, I did turn it down. So he said, okay. And so it's really thanks to Scott Rudin that I was able to do the film. And then it actually paid off because by the time we opened the show the following year, the movie had come out, and it's sort of, I wasn't just this New York actor making good, but it was, the guy in the dress is now in a toga.